Yo! Yo, people are already joining the Instagram chat. This is so hype. We got 8 people. Got 8 people from Instagram. 9. We're famous. Hi, all. Building a PC! Woo! So this one, whenever we're ready to roll, it'll be up on Newegg. 9800X 3D, 9070 XT. Cool stuff. Free PC parts, I wish. Wish we could just hand out GPUs all day. Dude, that'd be a great piece of content, actually. Like, you know the music video for God's Plan by Drake, right? Yeah. We gotta do that with computer hardware for random people in the street that just don't really care about computers. Make awesome content. Hi there, hello Zydats PCs in chat. Hi T-Top-Strav, good to see you back on the Twitch chat. How is everyone doing this absolutely Friday? We got, how many terabytes of storage here? Just one? Nope, 2 terabytes of storage. Plenty for a lot of games. I got thermal paste on the clamshell. That's a problem for me later. We have to save all of our CPU clamshell holders all the time because we just get sent CPUs on a tray, so they don't have any protection. So when we move them around, we need some kind of protection. So I'm gonna have to clean up all the thermal paste off what would traditionally be trash. How are you, Bobbert? Whoever is running the Zydats account, hope both of your days is going well. I am doing well. Miguel, how about you? Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, no, things are going good. Gonna hopefully be doing an overclocking live stream next week, but we'll see. Because I have a kit of RAM that I'm arming with Corsair, and they just have to get that back to me. And then, yeah, hopefully we can do a fun overclocking stream of some kind. How are you doing? I can't remember if I said that. I'm pretty tired, actually. So I should have added that when you asked me. But how are you, T-Top-Strav? Just installing 32 gigs of DDR5 here. This RAM is kind of a pain to get in the slots. Got this new Patriot Viper DDR5 in. It's rated for 6400, so has good clock, but it just doesn't fit in the slots quite right, so it takes like 10 million pounds of force to actually get it in the motherboard, which is always absurdly uncomfortable. It always feels like you're breaking them, but it's what you have to do if you want the PC to turn on. So. Lucky you work for Zydax, or you wouldn't be able to afford RAM? Oh, yeah, no. I tried to buy RAM the other day from here. Employees are not really allowed to buy RAM right now. I got, like, Facebook Marketplace has been a godsend in terms of RAM. I got a 32 gig kit for 150 bucks the other day. I have 112 gigs of DDR5 lying on my floor that I intend to overclock for some reason, because that's what I enjoy doing. So I got one 64 gig kit, one 32 gig kit, and one 16 gig kit. So okay, let's see. I have a question. I use Signal RGB for the fans and GPU. When I set anything, oh my god. Okay, when I set anything that isn't single or flat color, the lights on the GPU flicker. I can't tell if that's the fans on the strip, or where it says Steel Legend. Okay, so those Steel Legend cards are a little strange with Signal RGB. I have a Tai Chi card from the same gen, and the RGB is just not handled properly through Signal. So I just installed Polychrome RGB, or Polychrome Sync or whatever from ASRock. You can actually like just hard save the settings to the card, and then just uninstall the Polychrome, and it just saves onto the card itself. I love Azeroth cards, the way they handle that. So, yeah, no, it's super nice. For some reason. Okay, but yeah, it is kind of a downside. Signal RGB has some odd compatibility spots. Also, I'm mad. Wi-Fi is still... Miguel, can you let me read? Here we go. It's still getting like 1% of what I pay for. Yeah, that's not good. Like, oh yeah, with the street construction. Maybe reach out to their customer support if you haven't already. I could use a different job, lol. Yeah, no, that was me for a long time. Working at Subway, and then I also worked at a summer camp for a while, but that was only kind of a job. That was more volunteer work. Yeah, no, I'm super lucky to have my job here. Love this job, so I wish you the best in the job market right now, though. Oh, there we go. Radiator screws aren't a drain today. Been like 2 weeks with basically no Wi-Fi. Oh, have you tried turning that off? No. It had an update, still nothing after that. So should I switch out to that other one? Oh no, okay, so with Polychrome, you don't have to like necessarily swap out for it. It is like just for the card itself. And like, you can just open that and it will like physically save the settings onto the card. So like you can uninstall the software, whatever, and whatever you set will still be on the GPU lighting. It's super nice. Asus boards, okay, T-Top, you have an Asus Prime board, so you know how it goes back to RGB, like when you restart your PC and it's booting up? There is a program that I heavily recommend called OpenRGB. It's a little bit weird, but like when you open it, it'll say like how many LEDs does each device you have plugged in. I just put, I think like 196 or whatever the maximum amount it allows, and that works fine. But you can save the settings onto the motherboard, so you can just have no software if you want. You just have to like set it either steady or static, I can't remember what it's called, and then set your settings and then hit the save to device button, and yeah, no, it's super nice. I love OpenRGB. Yeah, OpenRGB. But it doesn't work with Azeroth, but if you use Polychrome alongside it, you can, like, when you're done setting what you want, you can just uninstall both softwares. It depends on the lighting mode. OpenRGB can only save some lighting modes. It's weird, but yeah, once you're done, you can just uninstall both softwares. Water time. I don't have any water in my desk. And Miguel, like, just left. I don't have my water bottle. Oh. I have to give you a rain check. When Miguel, or if Miguel comes back. Oh, don't be sorry. I should be prepared for stream is the thing, but I never am. So, let's see. We got a 9800X 3D in here with one of our 360mm AIOs. Oh, I finally saw. Okay, how much was it? I didn't see. 8K. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, that's it's expensive. And also, yeah, I don't know why we threw in the most expensive SSD we own, which I guess it makes sense. Like, it isn't a crazy out of the world build, but it's like 8 terabytes is a little much, but for 8K, it better have all the storage it can. So 64 gigs of RAM. Yeah, no, the system is indeed insane. I kind of wish that we overclocked them, but there is a couple of good reasons why not. Because then, like, with overclocking like ready-to-rolls like that, then there are just like 5 systems that are different because overclocking is different on every system, so. But you know. Is it even possible to fill up 8 terabytes with just gaming? I don't think so. Like, I mean, dude, it's totally doable, but realistically, no. But if you do, like, video editing, yes. Anything like that, 8 terabytes is a lot more than it actually sounds like it is. Or, it's a lot less than it sounds. I can use words. Then we got a 9070 XT. Got the Asus Prime, which, honestly, for like one of the MSRP cards from Asus, they did a pretty good job on this one. I like this one a lot. Gotta get it out of the box. Ta-da! 9070 XT. So this is basically the same build as mine. Yeah, practically, actually. It does have a little bit weaker of a motherboard, but honestly, that, like, this motherboard is more than good enough for a 9800X 3D anyway. Yeah. Is that a gosh dang AMD card? What the heck? Dude, AMD, love AMD, dude. So much. I love my 9070 XT that I have at home. I have the ASRock Tai Chi variant now, which is absolutely, like, massive compared to the other ones. I think the Asus TUF is about the same, but I want to know how bad my internet is. It's downloading at around 15 kilobytes a second. Good thing OpenRGB is like 2 megabytes, but that is that's deep. I had a Sapphire something way back. I forgot what it was. It was super good. You just never see people prefer AMD over NVIDIA. Oh yeah, no. Nowadays, a lot of people are swapping over to AMD, which is super nice to see. More competition, and like a lot of the cards we build with, like, I'd say like it's pretty close to a 50-50 split. Like in terms of builds I do, like we use a lot of AMD and NVIDIA, which, yeah, I'm rooting for AMD. I kind of wish that they could have done a better job, I think, but I'm not an engineer. Just wish they'd release FSR for all platforms. FSR 4. Let's see. Move the plate here. That's the one thing I don't like about these Prime cards. The peels are kind of hard to remove. But not exactly an issue that anyone but the builders face, so. Dropped to 3. I'm so sorry about your internet. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing well. I hope you are as well. Another stream, another day to ask for a free PC. Dude, you gotta ask every stream, and then you gotta spam the Instagram. Well, I feel like AMD will get more love with NVIDIA choosing what they are choosing. Thankfully, I'm done watching, or hopefully I'm watching this on mobile. Oh yeah, with mobile data, that's good. Use a mobile hotspot for your PC, or both. Then, let's see. But NVIDIA is definitely leaning towards AI, which is a little unfortunate. Neglecting gamers, like... At least that's how I feel about the whole thing. So just gotta remove these ties here. Thanks for shouting us out. I'm glad you enjoy Zydax and the work we do. Honestly, like, okay, when I first started working here, like, as a little, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like, hesitant, I guess? Like, I don't think hesitant's the right word, but I was a little worried because, like, just looking at, other OEMs and, like, reviews from reviewers, like, I thought that I was going to be working in an environment where I wasn't going to be able to take pride in my work, because, like, I've seen other pre-builts, but no, I'm super happy to work here, though, because we do put a lot more quality than quantity, just our QC and everything. And customer service. I still am yet to interact, like, with any of the customer service people. I haven't noticed, while building a PC for fun, on your website. Oh yeah, okay. So I saw that the other day, because I saw an ad from Corsair, where they're like, oh, check out our pre-built with a 5090 and a 9800X 3D, and it's $6,000. And I was like, okay, Corsair. And I just went to our website to see what we charge. And yeah, no, you can get a lot cheaper at Zydax. But I noticed, yeah, they got rid of the 5090 unless you go to the W8 tab. If you try to build a W6 or an X6, it won't let you choose a 5090. But I'm not sure about NVIDIA Studio Edition or NVIDIA Adrenaline or AMD Advanced or whatever we call it. I cannot remember. But the W8s are reserved for Threadrippers, which, if you want to take a look, those are expensive. So, no, X10s are the custom water-cooled ones. X8s are like Threadrippers. But local native brother gotta support. Oh yeah, you're in. You mentioned being in the northern part of Utah, I believe you said. So. Okay. Oh no, Threadrippers are abysmal for gaming. Do not buy a Threadripper for gaming. They are much more multi-core oriented. The 9800X 3D or even a 9700X would kick the shit out of a Threadripper. So, in terms of gaming. Did I finally fix the arcade sounds? No. I've been busy and stupid. I'll remember that one day. I have to talk to, like, other administrators about getting that done, because I have a feeling they're probably locked to some degree to where I can't just open them, but yeah, I completely keep forgetting about that. Okay, if you want to come down here, pay for PC, unfortunately you cannot. We are shipping only. We don't have any, like, the entire space here is just a warehouse. Like, with no customer interest. Okay, I have a funny story. Actually, very funny story here. There was, I was leaving for lunch, and there was this guy standing outside of the door, and I, like, exit the building, I'm like, can I help you? And he's like, hey, do you guys have any USB extenders? Like, USB hubs? And I'm like, why? And he's like, I'd like to purchase one. I'm like, we don't really sell individual peripherals. He's like, oh, damn, and then he just left. So, kind of a bizarre story, but, you know, I just don't know, like, how he ended up at that conclusion to end up there. So, I don't know, but he seemed chill, though. Do I need an Azeroth MOBO to run Polychrome? You do not. What you can do to install Polychrome, I probably should have mentioned. You can go to, just Google like 9070 XT Steel Legend, and then find the Azeroth page that lists it, and then go to the support tab of, okay, at the top it'll say support. Don't click that one. There will be a second support listed like under the GPU, like specifically for the GPU, and then like go to downloads, and then one of the downloadable things will be Polychrome. And then find here. Okay. And today we got the Tenrai, one of our new cases. You know, Azeroth always hides their software in kind of a strange spot. Like, I went to download, what's it called? Azeroth Timings Configurator, because it's supposed to work with my Z890 Taichi OCF motherboard. But they removed the software from the website entirely, so that's fun. Yeah, no, the Tenrai is awesome. Yeah, this build really is pretty similar to yours, except you have the Trikes and a X870P from Asus. Ah, box stuff. Come on. Okay, you know what? Fine. I don't have enough space here to argue with a box as I do at my desk. The highest temp that I've hit is 85C on the CPU. And that was a spike when starting... Oh, yeah, so... Marvel Rivals compiles shaders, so that's like practically the hottest it'll ever get. If you want to see how truly hot it can get, you can download Prime 95 and run small FFTs. That is like the most unrealistic, insane way to make your CPU get hot. Like, I wouldn't recommend doing it unless you're just really curious. Like, it has no benefit. But, you know, Prime 95 is actually insane. Like, AMD good CPUs, like, are good until 95 Celsius, and then they start thermal throttling. I have a question. I did a Azeroth Beats 860 with a 265K. 9070 XT, Crucial 32624. Okay, so Yeah. Funny thing, Crucial. Crucial Micron DIMMs just do not boost that high very well. They just have random issues. In terms of staying at where they're supposed to. What I'd recommend doing is, if not already, set VDD to 1.4 volts on the DIMM. If that's not stable, like, I just recommend setting 6000, honestly. Just downclocking it to 6000. It's kind of a bummer, but yeah. Otherwise, that is a very nice build, though. I love ASRock. I have a 265K at home, along with an ASRock motherboard, so. Also, I have a 9070 XT, but that's in a separate system, but. Yeah, BIOS update won't really save you. Unfortunately. If you really want that more... Okay, come on. Oh, wait, how many gigs of RAM did he say? 32? Yeah, maybe, okay, if not already, yeah, just set VDD to 1.4 volts and try. But... If I buy a PC, is there a way for you to request it on stream? I don't know. At all. You can request, though. From what I've been told, this is kind of hearsay, but you can just request a builder to build it, like just any builder. So if you ask for me, they'll have me do it, and then I can be like, hey, I have a feeling that this one wants to be done on stream. I'm gonna do it on stream. Ask the customer, hey, is it okay if it's delayed for stream? So. Yeah. I don't know if you call for purchasing. I think we only have like salespeople over chat, but I'm not. Actually, I'm not sure at all. I shouldn't just be guessing. I'm guessing kind of based off the way the website is laid out, but. I know Johnny built mine on the Black Friday stream, so he didn't build mine. Yeah, no, but Johnny is like, he does all the hardline water cooling stuff, so you got a much fancier builder though. It's like the premium builder. Gotta take this here. Maybe support, or would it be sales? Like maybe I can build it on the phone and then make custom requests to them. Yeah, I know you can chat with salespeople on Zydats.com and put in custom requests. Apparently back in the day, custom requests like were just printed directly on the paperwork for the builder to see, and it would like have no filtering. So apparently we used to get some really crazy messages over the custom requests. Like people would just put insane things. But that was before I got here, unfortunately. I'd love to have a fun story. Not actually build it, I mean list the parts. Yeah. But I think that's like, I don't know if we do that over the phone at all. But I'll make sure to get sleeving for you to build with. Yeah, no, I don't mind sleeving. I keep dropping my Miku wig onto the floor. But, no, yeah. A lot of builders hate sleeving. I don't think it's that bad. It does take time, but I think it looks pretty. And then, let's see. At risk, keep me updated on the RAM situation. I want to see if I can help you get that stable. What were the specs of the Miku PC? you built, it was a 9950S 3D, 64 gigs of DDR5 6000 CL36 from G.Still, the G.Still Trident Z Neo. It had a X870E Strix Miku edition. There was also the new Rodroyo 360mm Extreme AIO from Asus. It had 8 terabytes of NVMe storage. What else? It had the 5080 Miku edition, and of course the Miku case, the ROG Miku Helios. And I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Yeah, I think that was all. Oh, power supply. I had the Miku edition power supply, 1200 watts. Yeah, no, I don't know why they did that either. The Miku 50 card should have been a 5090, not a 5080. Not super duper sure why Asus did that, but they did. But, how about that MSI Lightning 5090? Yeah, at MSRP it costs $5,090. Has a 40-phase VRM, which, for those uninitiated, a VRM doesn't, like, 40 phases is insane. Like, the highest end, motherboard you can buy right now, in terms of phase count, is like, okay, from ASRock, it is the, X870E Taichi, with 24 phases. Asus, the X870E Glacial Extreme, 24 phases again. However, that's only 12 phases. They use parallel. MSI, 26 phases on their X870E Godlike, $1,000 board. And then from Gigabyte, I actually don't know how much the Extreme Top has. I haven't looked at Gigabyte boards in a while. You look all that, those expensive motherboards, okay, which have way crazier phase counts typically than a GPU because it's a big marketing thing to have a large number of phases. And then you look at the 5090 Lightning with 40 phases is completely unheard of. Like, it is an extreme card, the 5090 Lightning. And then they threw a screen on it for some reason. Oh yeah, also, thank you MSI for making a mobile app for it. It has a mobile app. I'm not kidding. It's a 5090 that comes with a mobile app. But what I do like though, it's 1,000 watts, sure, but it has 2 connectors. So the odds that those connectors melt under extreme load is way lower if they're balanced properly. Big if. I don't know if they're balanced. I haven't looked at any current readings or what the power planes are. Yeah, they say it's specifically for overclocking, which, yeah, it is. But then it's like at the same time, then why throw a screen on it? Like, that just, like, adds costs. Yeah, no, that GPU, I have some very strong emotions on. What is the difference between the traits I have and the panorama? You have a panorama. And the new shelf one. So the new shelf one, which Zydex is, I believe, carrying here soon. I don't know if we announced that yet. So, kind of a little too late in terms of if I spoiled the surprise, but okay, we do have it on the website. Yeah, no, that's so you can put like your minifigs or whatever on the stage with the background. And it looks a little silly, I'm not gonna lie, but it can look nice. Like, if you have a minifig and an idea, or like, anything you want to display like that, like any figurine, it can look pretty cool. But by itself, it just looks a little weird. But I like it a lot. I'm going for an Aurora Borealis theme, teal, blue, purple. You should have gotten... what's the motherboard? Look up the X870E Nova from ASRock. I'm wondering what you'll think of that board. X870E Nova. There we go. I always love that board. Yeah, no, it's a very nice board. Issue though, I don't recommend it at the moment, unfortunately. It is killing CPUs. ASRock boards are just blowing up CPUs left and right. Specifically 9800X 3Ds, so... maybe not, you know? But, yeah. It is just sad. I wish they weren't going kaboom. I'd be a lot happier if they weren't. And it says RX 590 series. Oh, good old ASRock. Okay, don't get me wrong. I love ASRock. They are my brand of choice. Well, my entire build is Asus. But that's because, like, in terms of sane builds of, like, price to performance, I love ASRock. And, like, extreme overclocking as well, I prefer ASRock. But yeah, okay, for MOBO they are. Just not for Ryzen 9000. For Ryzen 7000, yes. For Intel, like, I got a Z890 Taichi OCF. You should look that one up, the Z890 OCF. Who wouldn't love that one? Apparently Asus has issues now too. And I think those are just kind of offside flukes. Like, I think Asus is fine, but... Is torquing screwdrivers necessary? No. It is not. I have one at home. Like, we use torque drills here, but it's really not. Just, like, try to get it even. And if it feels right, it probably is. And that motherboard is beautiful. Yeah, no, I love my Z890 OCF. But it's a yellow board, so it's a little polarizing in terms of what you can throw it in. I just have it on a table with the power supply and everything connected to it, not really in a case. It's more of a test setup for me. But I messed up. Oh man. I plugged in the wrong power supply cables. Woo! This isn't gonna take another 20 hours of my life. Yay! But yeah, no, I love motherboards. They're probably my my favorite part of a PC. Oh, you should look up. Oh, what's it called? Hold on, I really need to look this up real fast to get the exact name to tell you. It's an MSI board from the X79 days. This is probably one of my favorite motherboards of all time. The X79 Power? Or... hold on. Yeah, the X79 MSI X Power. That board You just gotta look it up. You just gotta take a look at it. It is such a funny motherboard. Oh, the X79, okay, MSI X79, X Power. I wish I had a keyboard here so I could just type it out or send a link in chat. But, was tinkering with polychrome, lol. Yeah, no, polychrome is cool, I like polychrome. But, the X79 X Power from MSI. I love that motherboard so much. It has ammunition on it, okay? It has those bullets, but look at the top right above the CPU. It has a minigun. No one notices the minigun, but it has a minigun. With effects plugin, huh? I'll have to look into OpenRGB plugins, but yeah, no, it just happens to be me and T-Top Strav have the same GPU practically, and OpenRGB just doesn't agree with it. But I haven't really tried plugins. I just kind of gave up because Polychrome RGB is so good anyway. I want one just for display now. Yeah, no, it is such a silly motherboard. I love it so much. There's also... I'm trying to think of any other silly motherboards. There was one Gigabyte did that was like James Bond themed, but that was like a million years ago now. Like, over like 2 decades. So... I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it if I wanted to. Yeah, with the audio one, it actually, it lets me actually, if I can read, okay. It lets me actually, I changed the color-wise, otherwise, colors otherwise is grayed out. Huh. I will say, Signal RGB, they have a pretty funny Instagram account. Like, that is probably my favorite part of Signal RGB, because their posts are just insane. Affect the lights faster? No. If anything, that's technically better for it, but no, it doesn't matter. Honestly, LEDs shouldn't die anyway. At least within, I don't know, like a reasonable period of time, so I would say don't worry about it, just have fun with it. But also, what I love about those ASRock cards, they have a RGB switch, like the card, like it should be like right here. Like you see this Asus one, it has a switch for the BIOS if you want performance or quiet on the card fans, but and also power limit and clock target stuff. Anyway, doesn't matter. But it also has a RGB on and off switch, like by the power ports on those ASRock cards, and I just absolutely love that. Just being able to turn off my RGB just by opening my side panel for 2 seconds and then flipping the switch rather than software shenanigans. Like, that is a much more convenient option for me personally, so. The ARGB header, I forgot. Yeah, no, they also have that RGB header. If you wanted to hook like your case fans up to your GPU for that lighting, but I mean that's kind of a pain because we already cable managed it for the motherboard, so I just recommend using OpenRGB for the motherboard. Yeah, I saw that, and I feel like I will use that sometimes. Sometimes I want no RGB, then sometimes I want simple RGB. Yeah, and you can just save the settings and with the little switch. I love that so much. And oh yeah, ASUS. Okay, there's a neat feature on your motherboard too. I think it should be on your board, but you can change what the reset key does. So that would be the small button right here. That normally is a power off, like hard power off button. But if you go into BIOS and you go into tool, you can change this to turn Aura off or on. So you can have it turn on and off all your RGB, which I just absolutely love. Like ASUS, their RGB, so unbelievably ass. Armory Crate, steaming pile of garbage. But that feature in BIOS is so nice. Yeah, I'd recommend just like make sure to go into Task Manager and then disable auto start on boot for Signal RGB if you're gonna use OpenRGB. But it's a matter of taste, like. But I prefer OpenRGB by a mile because it just has no bloat, no weird issues. You can save to the motherboard, unlike any other software. Like, it's super nice. Yeah, no, the motherboard does not. The S870P. The prime boards have no RGB. They don't even have debug lights at all. They don't light up in any way, shape, or form. Which is kind of nice, kind of a pain in the ass for if you're having issues, you know, while building, and it's like, huh, why isn't this turning on and working? So, there's no good way to debug it. Well, there is. I mean, there's a lot of ways. We have a lot of methods, but it would be nice if it had debug LEDs, but I don't know. The prime boards, they have a nice VRM on them, and they do a good job at what they do, so I can't complain too much. And also, they're just like weirdly reliable. Like, so. I have my feelings about the prime boards. And let me just wrap this through here. And then once you get OpenRGB running, just let me know, because it is kind of weird the way it likes to be ran. Yeah, no problem. I am glad you've had no issues, though. Oh, come on. Oh, that's why. Whoops. These fans are so weird, I always forget. RGB through here. What I like about the Tenrai is also the one thing I don't like about the Tenrai is it just has so many fans. Great for cooling. Like, wait, I wonder, I don't know if we have the smoke machine right here. I don't think we do. I was playing RE7 Biohazard and went into AMD Adrenaline, and it said, that my average FPS was above 1,000. I think that might be a software bug, because 1,000 FPS on any game is kind of near impossible. Except for Valorant. Holy! Valorant is so well optimized. Like, the Riot software engineers over there, like, good job, honestly. It's insane what they're able to pull off. Like, Valorant is so insanely optimized compared to, like, anything, really. Like, it is genuinely impressive. So, like, I was able to pull, like, T-Top Strav, do you want to see 2,000 plus FPS? Boot up Valorant and just disable the frame rate cap. Like, I was pulling 1,500 FPS, but that was, I was getting CPU limited because I don't have a gaming CPU. Like, the 9800X 3D absolutely puts mine through the floor, but I never play Val. Honestly, good on you. I just don't, I don't see the fun in Val personally, other than, just getting like over competitive for no reason. That's like the most fun I have. Because, I don't know, I don't find peeking corners the most exciting thing ever. But that's just me. Oh yeah, no, Rivals and Overwatch are very fun. I will say, Valorant is just different from those two, though. But yeah, I personally, it's just a lot more fun in my opinion. Like, Overwatch and Rivals are. Except for one time. This was a long time ago when I first, like one of the first streams I did here, I streamed Overwatch. And, wait, what is more fun? I would say probably Rivals is probably the most fun of the three at the moment. Because it just has so much new stuff coming out. To be fair, Overwatch has had way, like, so much stuff released just a second ago, so. I haven't played it, though. It seems exciting, but, you know, I'd say, personally, I think, Rivals is most fun, Overwatch second, then Valorant third. But that's just me. And, yeah, I tried to stream Overwatch a while back for Zydax, because we made a PC where the case was a cardboard box, and they had me play games on it. That is probably one of the worst streams ever. Like, actually, so easily the worst stream that's been done here. It was, the audio was broken, it wasn't working right, there was no one in chat because it was all broken and, like, just unwatchable. And I was just so bored and miserable because I was trying to get stuff working while I was in the middle of a game and just getting smoked. Also, I was playing Sombra, so that also doesn't add to the fun. You see, Overwatch just added 5 new heroes and dropped 2, so it's dropped the 2, so it's just Overwatch again. Yeah, I saw that. I hope it's good. I haven't heard anything yet. In terms of the release of it, or outside of just the release, so. I hope it's fun though. Maybe I'll play it tonight. You know what would be cool? Make a PC case that is just Diva's mech. Put a little minifig in the top and have RGB. Honestly, that would be cool. I'm wondering how, that'd be mechanically insane though. Like, because I don't think Zydax could do it, because, like, even if we really wanted to, like, and, well, I mean, if we really wanted to, we could, but in terms of selling it, like, we would probably need to get Blizzard's permission, so. Another stream asked for a PC. Okay, wait. Another stream. Either asked for a PC. Oh, sorry for. I don't have any water at the moment. Okay, sorry. Another stream. Another asked for a PC for a poor lonely console gamer, wishing to come back to the dark side. Yeah, no. I used to be a console gamer for the longest time, and then, I swapped to PC, and then I never really looked back that much. Nintendo, I still look back on, like, man, I want to play Smash, but, nah, PC forever. For me, at least, but... That is one thing, okay. That is what bothers me right now with PC gaming. Is, like, well, not even right now. It's always been a thing where people are just such elitists about PC gaming. Like, oh, console isn't good. That's not the way to go. And then it's like, oh, I forgot Instagram chat. Well, no one's in Instagram chat right now anyway. I missed a question about someone, like, they're not in chat, obviously, anymore, so. Anyway, but people just being such elitists about PCs. And, honestly, if someone's happy with their console, or happy with their PC, just leave them be. Unless there's actual, like, a huge issue with it, like, if they've done something actually very bad, but you know. Don't rag on console players, though. That's my message. Unless they're like your teammate and they're doing an absolute garbage job and they insist controller is better for aiming than keyboard mouse, then they're just wrong. Controller is fine, but keyboard and mouse is just so much better. And there goes the screw. Oh, there it is. Also, speaking of Signal, did you see the crazy PCs that have been driven away? They've done a microwave, a toaster. Now they're doing a panini press. Not gonna lie, I love Signal RGB Media Team. Like, the amount of just creative freedom they get for panini press giveaway. I really want to look that up. That is genuinely so funny. I remember I saw the toaster one though, and I remember being like, oh, it's just a 5060 though. But now it's like, man, that's still a toaster though. That's a hell of a lot of effort. So, these screws are not wanting to go in, and I don't know why. There we go, finally. dropped so many of my screws to the ground. There we go. Finally. Having been on console forever, now being on KBM, I like KBM better. I wholeheartedly agree. KBM supremacy. Just make sure you have Windows enhanced pointer position, mouse acceleration disabled. They also did the OnlyFans giveaway. It was built like inside sits 200mm fans. That is genius. That's genuinely so funny though. Like, I think my favorite post that they ever did though was they drilled holes in a Threadripper and mounted it onto like skateboard wheels or trucks. I don't know. I don't know skateboarding terminology well enough, but they mounted skateboard wheels to the CPU and then rode it down the street with the caption Shredripper, which I don't know, that really got a good laugh out of me. Can barely hear you, my guy. Anyone else having audio issues? Because I think Twitch should be doing fine. When in doubt, just lay down on your volume up button. But okay, just a couple more fans here. So many. Then I'm gonna probably power test this, and then I want to grab, if I can find it. I don't know where it's at 100% sure, but I know we have a smoke machine that we got. Like a small, like, handheld one for showing off airflow. But I really want to just show off the insane airflow of the Tenrai, excuse me. I can hear a little, but it sounds a little muffled. Huh. I don't really have access to the audio settings right now. Guy at the desk is gone, so sorry about that. But anyone on Twitch experiencing that at all? Let's see. Audio is one of those things that you can't really check as the streamer at a glance, which is just unfortunate. Panini Press. A 265, or sorry, 245, or well, there's a lot of other. A 5060, a Z890, a Z890, kind of strange. 64, okay, they just went ham on everything except the GPU and the CPU, which is a little bizarre, not gonna lie, but I'm glad that they threw good stuff in there, rather than just, hey, it's a Panini Press, here's a GT 1010. Oh. Dropping screws all over the place. PSU has no listed, oh wait. This, Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think power supply brand really matters. Like, our PSUs are just branded Zydex. So. It has a screen? It's a laptop? I'm so sorry I'm trying, lol. Don't be sorry in chat. Oh, he already left. Or I'm used to streams being a general sausage party. So the bottom where you would normally grill can be removed and all the parts are easily accessible. I kind of want to recreate this, honestly, for like content. Just me miserably sitting down trying to DIY something like that. I would probably not do nearly as good of a job. Well, I haven't seen how good of a job they've done. I don't know what technical ability they have over at Signal, but I would love to see. Built-in Stream Deck? It comes with a Stream Deck? That looks beautiful. I appreciate that. Yeah, it'll look even better once it's done. But a Stream Deck for a Panini Press giveaway PC. That is insane. I gotta look this up. I really need to know. I like it, but I wonder why the list for giveaway PC. Oh, yeah. I don't know why. Like, okay, it's just because prices. Sometimes the Steel Legend we can get for really cheap, so we buy a ton of them. Like, that's a lot of, like, just the GPU specifically. But honestly, like, it looks good though. I love the look of the Steel Legend, even in black cases, but that's a personal thing. Okay, so Signal, RGB, Panini Press. That is insane! That is so much better than I thought it was going to be. Gaming Panini Press. I can't believe this is real. I really hope they drop, like, some kind of dock, like, for what they did to make it. That's really cool. Well, apparently it was a collaboration with Trikes and WD. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, yeah, no, I don't think the AO would fit either. Nevertheless, like, the cooler in there looks... Honestly, for 9800S 3D, the cooler in that Panini Press looks adequate. Like, you can cool a 9800S 3D with, like, just a really cold room. Not really, don't try that, but... The GPU, though, Like, the best GPU you could probably fit in there is, like, probably a 5070 X1, or, like, the one fan 5070, like, I can't remember I think it was Power Color who made it. But, yeah, no, it's just a 5070 with one fan. Actually, I didn't check. Well, no, they did 2 fan in there. Never mind. You could probably, I don't know. I think the smallest 5070, like, the smallest card they make that fit in that is just, or the most powerful card that fit is, like, a 5070. Or maybe, no, you know what it would be? It'd be a 9070. You could fit a 9070 non-XT from ASRock, the Challenger. Or no, not the ASRock one. I'm sorry. My brain is scattered. A Sapphire Pulse 9070. I think that is the strongest GPU you could realistically fit in the single RGB gaming Panini press. Just going off the top of my head. Highest dual fan you can get, I don't think there are any 5070 Ti dual fans that I've seen. What is the normal size MOBO called? ATX. Yeah, you have an ATX MOBO. It would not fit super well. You don't think? No, I think a dual fan would fit. I was just off my rocker in the flow state of what is the most powerful thing you could throw in there. Wait, no, wait. You could probably throw a 5090 in there. I forgot about the 5090 Founders Edition being what it is. I would not recommend it, but I think you could get a 5090 in there. I forgot about the 5090 Founders Edition very specifically. I don't know how I forgot about that, brainstorming, thinking of, oh yeah, obscure 9070, or even more obscure 5070. And then you could just fit a 5090 in there. That's right. Again, I heavily advise against throwing a 5090 in a Panini press, but at the same time, you could, I think. Whoever wins the Panini press better keep us updated with GPU compatibility. Yeah, you'd have to swap the motherboard. I think the only ITX board you can really get right now, or no, wait, no, Gigabyte. Yeah, I'd probably recommend the Gigabyte B850 Aorus ITX. I think they only have an ICE variant at the moment. But look up the B850 AI, or B850i from Aorus Gigabyte. They also have an X870i Aorus board, but it's expensive. Asus also is making... Okay, you know what? That'd probably be the ITX board I'd most recommend, if you can get your hands on one. Big if. I don't think they make them anymore, but the B650E B650EI. I'm just realizing how bizarre of a name that is. The B650EI Strix. That is probably the board I'd recommend for ITX, if you can get your hands on one. In terms of price to performance, because it has a really good VRM on it, and ITX runs really hot on the VRM side, so... Apparently it's the B850i Aorus Pro. Yeah, I don't know about... no, that'd be the B6... or B860i. It would have to be if it's, the one they have in there. It would have to be the B650i. Or wait, no, you said that they have an ASRock Z89... Never mind, sorry. I completely blanked. But, yeah, no, B850i. My brain is fried. The moment I start thinking of numbers and trying to figure out the optimal way to build a Panini Press PC, like... Yeah. God, I really wish they threw a 5090 in there. Then you could actually use it as a panini press. It'd get so hot. Okay, wait. Now I'm wondering. Okay, so the 5090 draws 575 watts out of the box, but on the 5090 Founders, you can set the power target to 600 watts. Then, like, at full load, everything else would probably at most consume like 300 watts. So, like, you could get dangerously close to 1,000 watts, which I think is like what a device like a panini press actually draws. Like, you might actually be able to use that as a panini press if you rigged it properly, like with a giant vapor chamber, like some strange heat pipe array. I don't think it would cool very well. It'd be in light of the, what's it called? The KFC Onsole, the KFC gaming PC that never came to be. I'd go pick up the 1300 watt. Is that that it would have to be an SFX power supply. Like, I would be shocked if they didn't use an SFX. But I like how power supplies are still cheap though. I'm pretty sure, like, unless Signal RGB went all the way and somehow figured out how to throw an ATX PSU in here. I'm like, yeah, that's SFX. I think that is. It's kind of a weird angle they have of it. But yeah, the strongest SFX power supply you can get that I know of is the Asus ROG Loki 1200 titanium. That's 1200 watts and also like $600. If I'm not mistaken. I will say, Asus, they make really good stuff. Like, really good, in my experience, extremely reliable stuff. But then, like, their power supplies, like the Thor and the Loki, are so eye-wateringly expensive. I have to shrink the text on the Instagram Live SMH. You better come in and do that before you get fired. Get eliminated, Miguel. So they have Loki and Thor? Okay, Asus ROG. Yeah, I think it's kind of a cute naming scheme. Like, Thor is like started out, but then it's like, okay, Thor, because it's like God of Thunder, and then you look at, and then they're like, okay, we need a small one though. Loki, perfect. And that's what they did. But yeah, no. And then they also have Hercules. If they're what's it called? They're come on, this GPU doesn't want to go in. Yeah, there we go. Their GPU brackets are the ROG Herclux, which is, or Herculex or something, but it's meant to be Hercules. Wine. Bear-like animal? I can't remember if I said that, or what? Well, I guess you could say it's small/hidden, it's low-key. That also works! Okay, you know what? I wonder I wonder if Asus actually did that. Or if that's why Asus did that. Cause like, I don't know. I could totally see them doing that though. Asus seems kind of cool in terms of stuff like that. But yeah, they have Loki, Thor, Hercules, what other? I don't think they have anything else. I think they have something Harpy. I think that's a mouse, though. Okay, almost done here. Please ignore the terrible RGB cable management at the moment. Looks like a bird's nest, but we're getting there. Can I have that PC? As much as I'd love to say yes, I have no control of that. For the low price of $5 million, we'll give you half the RAM in this PC. This is the vid they put on YouTube for it. Lol. Wait, what? Okay, what is the video? Oh yeah, no, I saw the video, but I can't tell by proportions if it's SFX or not, because it seems like a really long SFX power supply if it is. But I'm not super sure. Ta-da! Build is done. It looks... Okay, it's gonna look ugly. Gotta preface that. It has the peels on. We leave the peels on. Those are for the customer. Because that's like a part of the experience. But I want to see if we have the smoke machine around here. I don't think we do. I'm not seeing it. Looking around the room here. It looks appealing. Yo, Miguel, where's the smoke machine? I want to show off the Tenrai. The GPU is dead SFF, but that is or deaf SSF. But yo, you got the smoke machine? Okay, dude, you're gonna give me like popcorn lung or something.
Doesn't your generation already have popcorn lung?
Dude, I don't know. I never vaped. Okay, hold on. Dog, it's not on yet.
They don't know that.
Dude, I think it's kind of apparent by the fact that the smoke isn't moving at all.
I blew it.
Okay, yeah, I don't know how well it shows up on stream. You can see the smoke is just kind of lingering in there. By the way, well, Miguel.
What?
Advertising, airflow, man.
Air, yeah, brother.
Ah! I almost...
Sir, why are you tripping?
What?
Why are you tripping?
Okay, bro. I'm always tripping.
Oh, gosh. I'm trying to hide behind the PC here. Is it working?
Oh, yeah, no, that's what I do most of stream.
Except
it's not really intentional. I just sort of have my face planted into the cable managing, because I am locked in.
I'm trying to be like Solid Snake. Am I being successful?
Snake!
Snake!
Ta-da! PC is on.
Okay, where do we put this? Like.
Okay, yeah, just, oh, there's no, like, right here in it. Yeah, can you guys see that? The amount of air just getting shot out?
Let's set off the fire alarm! Let's go!
How about we don't? But yeah, no.
Dang, that's kind of sick, actually.
No, that's why I wanted to do it. Like, seeing that smoke machine, you don't realize how crazy PC airflow is.
You wanna press the button?
Yeah. I don't know where it draws intake for the bottom fans. Like, down here.
At the bottom, dude.
Well, yeah, but they're... Oh, wait, yeah, no. Down here. like it's drawing airflow from down here. It's kind of hard to, I don't know if you can see it super well, but yeah. Peeling off the stuff feels good. Yeah, no. I love peeling. No, what's the second thing?
Why does this smoke not have flavor?
Oh, honestly, dude, we should like look into like seeing if we can get like strawberry cheesecake in here.
I can attest the airflow. Nice.
Yeah, no. I want to show off one other thing. The cord is small though.
What are you trying to
Oh,
show
I'm gonna
off?
break my Lazy Susan and I'm gonna cry. Oh, I really don't like that angle on the Lazy Susan.
Why? Make it work.
Dude, if I break my Lazy Susan,
Hi,
I'm gonna
Sammy.
cry. But yeah, no, like
Sammy's
setting.
on the Instagram.
Oh, hi there. But yeah, no, if you set like the smoke over here, I don't know how well you can see it, but like that stuff is just
that's
getting
cool.
pulled in
What?
and just shot out the back and top. Dude, that's not cough material. I guess you haven't been in high school in a while, eh? So
Sir, it's been...
it's been a little under a year for me. So, but yeah, no, the
I was
airflow-
your age.
But yeah, no, I absolutely love the 10 rise
Oh, wait,
airflow.
let me see that again.
Oh yeah, you're gonna
What?
take a hit, bro?
No.
But yeah, no, it just gets sucked right over.
That's so cool.
Yeah, no, that's why, like, when you initially had this thing, like, I always saw the videos and I was like, people must
Oh,
have
that
the
blows
fans.
out.
Yeah,
That
that's
blows
exhaust.
Where's intakes
This
here?
is just here, yeah, and also through the bottom here. We should have some.
Oh yeah, this is
Oh, yeah,
a
no.
little bit.
And then it just goes through. Dude, this room is gonna be so foggy, but this is, like, genuinely so fun.
Okay.
Oh wait, there's also, there's also a power supply right here. If you want to take a look at the power supply airflow.
What does that button do?
Oh, smoke coming out of the power supply. Unless it's a smog machine. If you have smoke coming out of your power supply, probably a bad thing. So
Yeah, that's fair.
that's a genuine fire hazard.
It's lit, fam.
But talk about a smoker's PC. Oh, I've seen photos of people that smoke and what happens to their PCs, and it's very sad. What are the brands of your fans? They're Bitsky, if I'm not mistaken, or Bits Power.
Sorry, I'm just playing with stuff now.
But I personally, okay, for personal builds, Arctic P12 Pros. That is what I so heavily recommend. Dude, I love the smoke machine though. It is fun to play with. But Arctic P12 Pros, they are my goat. Those are the fans that I'll forever buy personally. The worst is having smoke coming out of 12 volt high power. This is true. Arctic P12 Pro, nice. They are so cheap and so good for the price. Absolutely love them. But yeah, no. The room is slightly more foggy.
Huh?
The room is so slightly more foggy.
Get you into building mood, sir.
This is so true. But yeah, no. I really want to take that airflow tester home and put it next to my like actual crazy server with fans. And then I'm trying to think of how I want to bring this back to the room.
Carefully.
That would probably be one of the steps.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you need help, or do you want me to kill this, or?
yeah, let's probably end stream, eh?
Okay.
But
Say bye to your fans.
gotta get the LED. Hold on, there's still a couple questions.
Okay.
Goodbyes, but the Lian Li. Yeah, no, the Lian Li. I don't know. I have some mixed emotions about the Lian Li fans. We sell them here. They are nice to build with, and I think they look pretty, but like, I really haven't done much performance testing, but they feel about the same as every other fan. But they do look super nice. I'd probably get the Landcool case before I got the fans. Yeah, no, that's the one with the. Yeah, I know which. Wait, I'm thinking of the. Oh no, I know exactly what you're talking about. Gamers Nets just did a sponsorship for them recently. But yeah, no. They're nice, but in terms of saving money, I love the P12 Pros. They are so unreasonably good for the price. I kind of wish we carried them here. I've seen them a couple times. Like, customers have special ordered them. And I was super excited. Because, if Arctic were able to buy them in bulk, that means more money for Arctic. And more money for Arctic means even more better engineering from them. Even more better competitive prices. Which I love from Arctic a lot. So, I don't know how I want to package this up. This is heavy. Let's see. Anyway, I think that's the end of the stream today, though. It's been fun, everyone. It's good to see you on your 500th stream streak. See Top Strav. And then also the Hawk Slayer. And the other person whose name is red that I can't remember. My brain is bad. But I don't think they're in chat anymore anyways. And then, yeah, no. The Peerless Assassin, absolutely insane. Noctua is super expensive, super reliable though. And like good stuff. They're just so pricey. But if you want like absolute perfection, yeah, Noctua. And then I have so many. I've purchased 4 or 5 Arctic Liquid Freezer 3s now. Those ALF AIOs, absolutely love those things. I've never had a bad experience with them. They perform insanely well. And I own many for many applications. Absolutely love them. Like, good AIOs. Anyway, thank you all for attending. Like 10th time I'm saying this, but...
Also, tell them Happy New Year.
Oh, Happy Chinese New Year, everyone. That's why we started stream today, is because it's also Chinese Daylight Savings. So, in honor, we decided to start the stream 2 hours early. Or 1 hour early, sorry. Oh wait, it is the weekend! I forgot! Oh wait, tomorrow's Valentine's Day, huh? Okay, I have a plan though. Alright, I'm gonna grab one of my friends and we're gonna go to Arby's and be loud and obnoxious. So that, just to ruin other people's Valentine's Day, because they're going to Arby's for Valentine's, so... Probably not gonna do that. Well, I'm probably going to be going to Arby's with just a friend or whatever. But... Or, not just a friend as in, oh, they're just a friend. In terms of, no bitches. So... Anyway, have fun, have a good weekend. Everyone have a happy Valentine's Day. Gaming Valentine's.